Welcome all. In this session, I will discuss about the open challenges of the architectural design of a cloud. So there are six such challenges in developing the cloud architecture. So which are given by the Armburst. So means they are specified as obstacles and as also the opportunities, and sometimes it can be specified as a solutions. Also represented for these how we are going to overcome these challenges by the by the on-term solutions there. So in this, the first challenge is the service availability and the data locking problem. So the management of the cloud service, what you are representing, could be done by a single company there itself. So how we are going to present here is, means the source, what you are presenting, the source we are accessing is a single point, which could be a failure there. So to perform, to achieve an high availability, make a consider multiple cloud providers will be used there. So if a company which what you are having has a multiple data centers also, which are located in different geographical regions, so it may have some common software infrastructures and our accounting systems only to develop and to process all these things what you are having. So by that, therefore there will be using of these multiple cloud providers. What you are doing may provide some protection measures or more protection from the failures which has been occurred earlier. So another availability obstacle what here can be represented can be the distributed denial of the service, that is DDoS attacks. So the criminal what here can be threaten of the income of the SaaS providers by making their services what they are providing and the available. Unavailable consideration has to be considered, and then next what it does is nothing but the computer services what you are doing, they won't take all these things in the quick way. So there could be no any quick scale ups by processing all these things. So while to go for these things, the software stacks has improved their interoperability among these cloud platforms, or also they are what they are considering these IPS or the what you are either are the still there. So if you are cannot easily extract, means the customers data what you are specifying cannot easily extracted their data and the programs from one side to run on the another, means the solution to standardize it is the APS, that is the developer has to deploy all these services or data across the multiple cloud providers there, and then there could be no problem, it will be refused. So these will come these this what it will become is, this will rescue of the loss of the data due to the failure of the single company has to be specified. In addition to stating the data locking concerns, standardization of the APIs, what it has to do is nothing but it enable a new usage model in which the same software infrastructure what you are using can be used in both public and the private clouds what you are representing. So for this thing, there could be an option which could enable this surge computing, in which these public clouds are used to capture the extra task what you are mentioned that can be easily run on the data centers which are used on these private clouds there itself only. And what is the challenge to here is the data privacy and security concerns. So if you are considering the current cloud offerings, what they are doing is they are essentially specifying the private public clouds only, because the private clouds what you are representing is some means they could be managed, they could be accessed by these things only by organization only. So by using a rapid usage of these essentials, that is a public no, public networks, what they are doing is the system is completely taking the massive attacks through these public networks there. So here this type of the obstacles can be overcome immediately with the that is we could should understand the technologies what you are using here, that is encrypted storage, virtual LANs, and then network middle boxes, like that is firewalls what you are using, packet filters what you are mentioning, what is the security mechanisms they are taking has to be understood by these. Means what could be the to overcome this thing, we need to take the things, we need to understand the things what you are performing. If you are considering that is if you could encrypt your data before placing it in your cloud, so then what we are providing is, they can be the many nations will have these laws for requiring these SaaS providers to keep the customer data and these cooperative materials within the national boundaries. One means for these things what you are representing, that is they could be in an encrypted format only. If you are going for the traditional network attacks, that is a buffer overflows, DDoS attacks, spyware, malware, and the rootkits, whatever you are specifying in the cloud environment, newer attacks may result from the hypervisor malware, because it means in where you can specify these attacks could be at the hypervisor, guest swapping, hijacking, and the virtual machines rootkits. What could be means in the cloud environment, we will take these things as a that is attacks or the security concerns or the means. We can also another type of the attack have that is a man in the middle attack for the virtual migrations here. So virtual machine migrations here considered. So in general, whatever the passive attacks what you are representing, that is that is sensitive data, or the positive data records what you maybe it can be steal, and the active attacks what you are representing may manipulate these kernel data structures, so which will indeed cause the damage to the cloud structures what you are using, that the cloud servers what you are using. Another third challenge what you are having is unpredictable performance and bottlenecks. So in multiple virtual machines what you are using is a multiple CPUs will share the processings and also the main memory in the cloud computing environment. And while we are considering the IO sharing here, in that is the input device and the output device sharing, it could become some problematic here. So there is an example also to run 75 EC2 instances with the stream benchmark, that is requires the bandwidth of this means to run the instances of the EC2 will be one, that is 1355 MB per second. So here would not be specified to here. So what we need to do is nothing but to overcome the problems of these things. We need to write we need to overcome all these things. What we need to do is nothing but we need to improve our IO architectures and operating systems, which can efficiently virtualize interrupts and then IO channels what we are using here. So the internet applications what here means because they are using more precisely, what they are doing is they become more data intensive here. So if the applications what you are proposing is it is pulled off, that is pulled apart from the boundaries of the clouds, so the data placement and the transport would be very complicated here. So if it is in the cloud means it would be easy for the process. If it is pulled apart from your cloud means it can be placing or the transporting would be a very drastic step what you have to take in here. If you are considering the cloud users and the providers what you are specifying, they have to think about the implications what they are mentioned on the placements and the traffic. I mean, so what are the system levels what you are using, they have to what has to be do, and the cost what you are mentioning for the placing and the transporting has to be specified also. So this kind of processing or this kind of can be seen in the Amazon development, that is new fraud cloud front service will be there, what it is providing this thing. So the data transferring what you are mentioning, that is a bottleneck, will be removed there. So here what you are doing is nothing but we are taking the weak servers here. So what they are providing is they are widening their links and they are removing the weak servers and they are processing all these things and they are adding to the things what they are having precisely in processing. So the fourth representation is distributed storage and widespread software bugs. So here the database what you are using is a growing one in cloud applications. So the opportunity to is to create a storage system. What you are specifying is we need, there is a always growing will be need. So what you are specifying is if you are constructing a storage system means we won't meet this growth here, means always it is growing means if you are if you are constructing a storage system and based on an objective means maybe objective will change based on the growthing also. So that's why it is means the operating system will not only meet this growth. What we need to do is nothing but they must also combine it with The cloud advantage of that is the scalability is will there. So the scalability arbitrarily up and downs what you have using has to be combined with here. So the demand what you are providing here is the design what you are using, efficient distributed storage area networks will be included. So the data centers what you are using or what you are designing must meet programmers expectations. Means it could include scalability, data durability, high efficiency, HTC, HPC, and all those things has to be considered here. And also along with this thing, the data consistency has to be considered, and yeah, and has to be checked in these SAN content connected data centers, and also some data centers and, which are not the SAN centers. So this type of data consistency checking will become like a major challenge in cloud computing also. So if we are specifying these challenge in distributed one, so the large scale distributed bugs cannot be reproduced here, so that the debugging must occur at the scale in the production of the data centers. Means that is there could be some specifications what you have to do done in these things, that is debugging has to be performed. Mm, to reach this thing, what there is a solution, that is the using VMs in cloud computing. So this level of virtualization what you are providing make it possible to capture valuable information that are impossible without using virtual machines you are providing. So here the debugging is used over the simulators, which is also another approach to overcome the attacking the problem. If the simulator is well designed, then you can overcome the problem of the bugs, distributed bugs we are having, and then it's we debug and then process all those things we are having there. So the fifth challenge we are having is cloud scalability, interoperability, and standardization. So here, what the model we are using is pay as you go model. Means it is completely applied to these storage and the network bandwidth also. So it is not only for one type of representations, not others. If you are using storage on the network also, it is applied to that. Means it is both are counted in terms of the number of bytes used here. Means network and the storage bandwidth what you are representing. If the computation what you have specified is different, because it is depends upon the virtualization what you are using. So if we are mentioning the thing that is if you are having a GA, that is a Google app engine is there, this engine will automatically scales in response to the load increase or decreases, all that it will change, and the users are charged by the cycles used there. Means they are not completely charging, they are using the cycle of usage. So if you take the another one, that is the AWS, the AWS will charge by the hour for the number of virtual instances used. So if you are not mentioned that, if you are means if you are using for an hour, in this 1 hour you set idle for 30 minutes or 10 minutes, or you set idle for 1 hour, what it is doing is nothing but it is completely charging you. What it is not monitoring the usage here. So it is specifically saying that by the hour I will take the instances being used or not, like that it is presenting. So in this hour if you are used, okay, if you are not used, no, and like this these are the situations has not been considering the Amazon Web Service. What it is doing is it is completely taking the money which has not been used, that is idle situations will also be there. So here what you have to do is nothing but the load variations has to be quickly so means has to be monitored. Means the we need to save the money. If you are not using these services, what we are not we're not supposed to pay the money. So for that what we need to do is nothing but there could be some variations, load variations has to be considered, and these load variations will not affect the SLAs what you are using there. So that is a service level agreement what you are providing will not violate, and then we are not, there is no any option that is we are not losing our money like that considered. So for this we are using open virtualization format OVF, which describes an open, secure, and portable, efficient, extensible format for packaging and distribution of the virtual machines what you are using. And it is also defines a format for distributing software to be deployed in the virtual machines. So this format, what you are representing, will use these specific host platform what you are represent. So the virtualization platform or the guest platform, anywhere what you are using. So what it is approach, what this approach is doing is it is addressing virtual platform packaging with certification and integrity of packaged softwares what you are representing. So the package support what you are representing is for the span for one virtual machine or many virtual machine, not for only replace. So here what the OVS does. So it defines a transport mechanism for virtual machine templates what you are using, and also apply to these different virtual platforms with the different levels of virtualizations also. If we are mentioning in terms of cloud standardization, it is the ability for virtual applications to run on any platform is has to be implicated here. So for this, what we have to do is nothing but we need to enable some virtual machines which would run on the heterogeneous hardware platform hypervisors also, which also requires some hypervisor agnostic virtual machines also. So for according of by doing all these things, what we have to do is nothing but we need to realize that class platform migrations between these multiples, like for example X8, Intel, and the AMD technologies are also support these legacy hardware, and also the load balancing what we are using. So if you are choosing, if you are having any reset that is any issues will be there. So these issues could be resolved uh, by researching on them. Not these could be issues, or means if you are mixing up some different environments, so there could be some problems. To overcome the problems, what we need to do is nothing but to should work out on this thing, and we need to process the things what you are having. So and the last one we are having is the software licensing and reputation sharing. So here in this thing we are having a that is we are providing an open source software environment also, because the licensing model what you are using for these software, which is a commercial one, which is not means that this usage of the commercial one is not ideal for the utility computing there. Means open source means anybody can use, or anybody can manipulate, or can use anybody can use these yeah, that is unchangeable, like that we are representing. So if the what you are representing is the open source what you are representing should do remain these commercial software companies to change their licensing structure, because it has to fit in the cloud computing environment. So here for this we can consider using both the pay for use and also and bulk use licensing scheme also. Means here pay for use means you can use for one, bulk licensing means you can use the bulk resources and you can license them. Means you can have a license to use all these things for this your business coverage. So if you are using in the bad purposes, means the if anything has been done for this thing, the entire cloud what you are representing will be means taken under these bad one. So for this, any blacklisting of that is EC2 or AWS or anything. So here the violations will be occurred, the spams will be occurred. So to address any spam prevention services, what it do is nothing but we need to limit these virtual machine installations smoothly. So here we are having an opportunity. How we are going to create is we are having reputation guarding services which are similar to the trusted email services, which are offering to both of them to multiple services which are hosted on smaller ISPs what we are having. So other than this, we are having another legal concern also, that is legal liability. Means any pro- cloud provider wants legal viability, um, has to remain with the customer only, and any customer wants legal liability has to remain with the provider only. So here there provides their this transferring of this legal liability will be means uh, any provider may not allow any others to transfer their legal liability to other, and also some customers won't transfer these legal liability from provider to provider. So here also the problem will be occur. So this type of the problems will be solved at that is we are taking an agreement, that is a service level agreement will be the. So the service level agreement only what you will do here is will simply take these agreements, and there could be we are mentioning based on the thing there is no violation of usage by others, violation of providers, like that we can mention anything. Means we are not only means we are not using only I'm pay for use is there or bulk license or is there. I'm not simply providing the usage only, so I can take care of all these things. Means you can't violate the liability access or anything. So this has to be also considered, and the services what you are providing could be some repetitive one also. If the bad effect or if a bad thing has been occurred by any user or the provider, so what the thing will affect is the entire cloud will be affected. So if we are using AWS is providing any bad content or anything, any thing, what it does is nothing but it completely affect the image. So what the thing what you are providing, it completely affect on the entire cloud. So the reputation of the entire cloud will be there. So for accessing all these things, what we need to, we are not simply allowing the persons to access the your services or to pay and use like that. What you have to do is nothing but we need to monitor also, and we need to take some licensing factors also for, because they are buying that thing. Buying that thing means they won't mean if any person is there, they won't access to these things to do these in a bad way to process all these things like that. So these are the challenges we are having while computing in a cloud environment, and there are some solutions also in previous in next coming sessions. We will discuss how these challenges will be overcome and what are the mechanisms will be provided. This will become in the coming sessions. Thank you.